So hope you enjoyed that earlier meltdown. It's what they're like. Now imagine somebody following you through a house screaming at you like that when you're in that kind of state. It's something that I get embarrassed about and don't like. Because I'm aware of it. I'm very aware of it. And the downside is it takes a while for me to process things, and then when they hit me pretty fucking hard. And so, yeah, I was able to actually fucking sleep though, thankfully. Didn't wake until like 5 or so. I have to go back home. Well, it's not home. I have to go back down that way. I have to meet a notary people to sign these paper things for selling the house. Trying to keep the chin up. Friend of mine, and basically she's my sister, and I spoke to her this morning after when I was able to calm down enough to, kind of chat at her this morning. She made some comments, that just kind of helped. But yeah, no, I was able to get some sleep, and when I woke up to the phone ringing, and still in the weird fog. And yeah, that's when I talked to the notary people. I'm gonna do my best to still stick to the plan and allowance that I've had for a long while. I just have to. It's just gonna be down one person. Because what I planned wasn't just for me; it was for both of us, type thing, and it would have been more beneficial for both of us. Because it's like I said, it wouldn't have affected her career path. It would have just made things more possible that I could actually be more I'd be able to do more, basically, and not just financially, but work wise, because I was willing to push myself to that extent. It's just even if it's like, and preferably working for myself. That was what the goal was to work for myself and get a home while they can still do what they're doing, and I would still be able to build an income and do all that shit. So I just gotta rethink it as, and I'm just having to do it by myself now, and that's fine. I mean, I'm still sticking to what I plan on, a home and a business, but I'm kind of at that point. I just don't know, I don't know where to look, because I haven't just been looking in one state. I've been looking in a couple, and I'm underwhelmed by a lot of shit. Not necessarily the homes. I'm just still mind fucked, and because everything just came like out of left field, out of fucking nowhere, and it's one moment thinking things were okay, they were starting to get better, at least to the degree that we weren't having any arguments and all. I was just hoping things were getting better, but I'm a naive, stupid guy, and it's magnified with other issues. I'm gonna have somebody tell me, no, I've been cheating on you this whole time. It's been a total mindfuck, and the whole time they want to think I'm thinking about myself, but no, the whole time I was thinking about us, because in my mind, when you're with someone, it's not about it's about us, and they made it about her and her friends. while I just kind of got to sit and just be the sideliner. No, I gotta go and get all the furniture out of there. I gotta basically get all my stuff that I'm taking for when I move, and making sure it's packed up and nicely stacked, at least in the living room. And then a lot of the furniture and stuff, I'm probably gonna break it up and burn it, since from the sounds of things they're not taking it. They're upset that because I won't come down with my truck and help them move the stuff, they're not taking the, like the bed or anything. So it's just gonna go into the burn pit. I mean, would you take a bed knowing that somebody's been cheating on you, and for all you know, they've brought that person home multiple times while you were gone? All it takes is just one time to, and it causes you to start going, okay, wait a minute, what about this time, this time, this time, and this time, and this time? And it's not about I mean, seriously, you have to be pretty fucked up to be sitting there, cheating on your other half, on your fiance, and then turn around and go, well, it's all about you, isn't it? It shouldn't be all about. Really? It's clearly been all about you and your friends. No, I hope people learn from this and see what it's like for somebody who is on spectrum and has to deal, who has been psychologically abused and financially exploited. I mean, it's really bad. And the fact that it came from somebody I just did not expect ever to fucking do it. I never expected it. And that's why I'm hoping others kind of learn from it, and in time, when I hopefully start getting better sooner than later, I'm gonna try and start working on, because I'm basically gonna be sharing the whole process. And it's not gonna be easy, but definitely self-humiliating. And I figured it might help other people who might be in my shoes or what have you, because I did learn a lot from this relationship and from this person. I'm still in love with them, and that's the part that makes things difficult. And so I'm gonna do my best to try and use it as a learning experience, even though it hurts. And like, speaking with my doctor, he kind of made the suggestion of it too. And then in time, I might be able to break things down for others to be able to make it easier for them to recognize, so that those in similar situations or what have you are able to spot at least some of the signs and all of it. We'll see. Because really, my mind's still pretty messed up from everything. And so I'm just gonna do my best to, like I said, try to turn it into something, at least a learning experience, and a way to, teach others that are or were in my shoes, or could be in my shoes, because men get it too. And when you're on spectrum, the downside is it's pretty much 100% of people on spectrum will go through exactly what I just went through. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it, and that's why you saw me have that meltdown this morning. Because some of it's clicking in, and at the same time, I've still got a big state of, I don't know, denial going on. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I don't understand This shit, the fact that the last time I made any form of like big mistake or anything like that during any type of argument we've had, I made sure to talk to my doctor to have anything adjusted, like just in case, on my meds, so that way, yeah, and continued to talk to him here and there. I have a pretty cool relationship with my doctor, and all. It's one of those I could actually text back and forth with, and all, even just loosely converse over too. And so I had been trying to work on how I react to things, to where I'm not like trying not to yell so much, or trying to figure out a way to process what's going on. At the same time, just through it all, I've been trying to own my shit, and as is, I'm having to kind of relearn myself. And with this going on and happening, it's like it makes it that much harder. And so it might be another week or two before I have another meltdown like that, because right now, like I said, I'm still processing everything. And if you notice, from this time to last time, it's probably been about 10 days. I mean, there's a good chance that when I go back to the house, I might get pretty upset, because I was giving it all I fucking got, and it wasn't about me. It was literally about trying to do the best I could for the relationship and for her, and just she couldn't see it. I might have to sit at some point and talk about how all this kind of started and somewhat progressed, and I'm not innocent of any faults or wrongdoings myself, especially during arguments. I'm about people being able to be honest and just upfront and forthcoming, that type of thing, because I don't like people fucking with my head. And things get dealt with a lot faster that way. It's like when my son was upfront and forthcoming about his girlfriend being pregnant, instead of being one of those parents that got mad at him, because he was still a teenager. He was like 17. He was going to be 18 by the time the little guy was born, or whatever. So it's like, I was a teen parent, and there was just no reason to get mad about it anyways. I knew he could do good. And it's just, if it came forth as where they were lying about it, then I would probably been a little upset. And it's not because of what it was because of the fact that they felt the need to lie. And I don't like that shit. I mean, betrayal is a big thing for me, and as soon as I feel it and see it and it happens, I don't know how to explain it. I just know that all this crap has been just nothing but crap. And it's like no matter what, they just went and listened to what was going on. And I can show message after message between us, everything. When I try to address it and it turns into, oh, it's an emergency, it's about the cat, it gets dismissed all the time or ignored. And so when you're trying to address the same issue for a long time, and they just keep walking out on you, shutting the door, telling you to go fuck yourself, I wish I left you in the hospital, I can go down the list. It breaks a person down. And when you're doing everything you can to, you start fighting for it, because you realize that the relationship is failing, and you get to a point you feel like you're going to do everything you can to try and save it, and you start fighting for it. And I tell you, the moment they begin cheating on you, that's the moment you have to stop, no matter how much you love them, because they're going to do it again.